Hi, this is Scott Jordan, and you are watching live here at Cellars of Sonoma in beautiful Railroad Square, Santa Rosa, California. And welcome to TV Tuesday Live. This is the show where we taste wine, we talk about wine. And tonight we're introducing the wines from Monndance Cellars, our newest vintner here in the room. We've changed our menu, so when you come into the tasting room, the 4 wines you're going to taste are from Monndance. We got Dave in the house. He's doing extra duty tonight. Double duty.
Promised me an extra 25 cents today to help on the camera.
That's right, and you've done so well.
I've made 50 cents since this show has started. I think I've done this twice now.
Are you working like with a union or something, or what the hell is it?
Hey, there's an idea. Let's start with it.
A union. Okay.
I like it. I like
All right, the wine union.
The co-host union.
Yeah, I used to belong to a union a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah, the food union.
The food union. Well,
Well, same like it's Safeway.
I used to sound it out as a kid. It was onion. I didn't know what that meant. Thinking, such a negative word.
Onion.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a member of the union.
You were. Which number?
I don't know.
14?
It's the same ones at Safeway because
1995.
is that what it is? I don't know.
Sounds like a good sale.
And that was because I was in the insurance industry, but that doesn't make sense at all. Isn't that weird?
That's true. Yeah.
That's very strange. Anyway, so welcome. Tonight we're going to taste the 4 wines that are current releases for Monndance Cellars. In a couple of weeks, we will have Dave Cohen in the house, owner, winemaker for Monndance. We'll go back through the wines again and talk about, in more detail, some of the neat stuff that he does in his
excellent.
cab. We'll touch on it a little tonight.
Sure.
But he's got quite a process that very few wineries are doing, and there's a lot of reasons for it. One, it's expensive, but it's pretty cool. We'll see in the wine why that's so cool. So we're going to taste their 2013, in fact, they're all 2013, Sauvignon Blanc from Russian River, their Russian River Chardonnay, their Russian River Pinot Noir, and then a Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.
Excellent.
So very nice portfolio. And then we'll roll the dice tonight for the last wine. Andrew's picked out some big reds to finish up. We might even let Al roll the dice. Who knows?
Al's good at that.
Yeah. Well,
He's a pro.
He'll try to figure out which bottle is what number, and then try to roll. He'll try to roll to the number. You know. Oh, we got Brian Morrell in the
Brian's
house.
in the house.
So we may put him to work.
Good. I like it.
I like these ex-employees that come in the door and just put them to work.
Well, usually he's watching on the other end of the
Yeah, that's
camera.
true.
So. Hi,
I'm so glad you're here.
Such a
I don't
happy
have a
time.
cameraman. You're getting hired. I like that. You didn't. Yeah. Come on around.
Brian's coming around. That's
Yeah,
great.
it all works out.
All comes together.
And a beautiful day in Sonoma County, man. It was smoking hot.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, God, for giving me a nice, hot, warm day. God, I get really upset when we have these summers that I don't get like a scorching hot day. And today it was freaking scorching hot, man. It was, and it
97 degrees, I think.
it was really, 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 really
I think it
warm.
was.
I had to go out and water the plants and stuff because they were like freaking out because it was.
Did you get arrested for that? I mean,
No,
using water?
Oh yeah, and I was using water, and I will admit on camera that I actually filled up my pool today too. Not all, I mean, it wasn't empty and filled it up, but I added that much water, but that much along, 20 feet, 22 feet by 12.
That's a lot.
I compensate for it?
Yeah, you didn't wash your car or water your lawn.
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It looks like a freaking
right.
desert out there. It's like, what the hell is that? You know, it's going to cost me so much more energy and money to fix the lawn than to put the damn water on it. And
I say just buy a bunch of green paint and go for it.
my neighbor did that. He put a artificial turf thing in,
Oh.
and all these flowers that are fake, and they go. Every day you go, wow, they're blooming every day. I'm just telling you, we're in weird land, you know, what can I say? But anyway, beautiful weather, great time to visit. A little shout out for John Banbury and his team. We had the lobster lunch over at the property on Saturday. Man, oh man, beautiful. The good Lord just said, oh, give him another good day. And it was at like 85 degrees.
Very pleasant, slight breeze.
Light
Yeah.
breeze.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Tasted some killer wines. Yeah. And we went through like 240 oysters.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Yeah. I've been sick ever since, so maybe I ate too many. I don't know. Yeah. It was good though, man. It was excellent. Nice fun. So we're really happy with that. We've got, we'll show you a slide a little bit later. We have live music on Wednesday this week with Anna Troy coming in the house. And then I've got, you don't have to show those yet, but Craig Corona on Thursday. I've got John Pete on Friday and Ricky Ellen Ray on Saturday. So 4 nights of live music here in the house. This is the place to be, so get with the program.
I think it's great.
And my Giants are winning big. It's like crazy. My nephew, who is the punter for New England, I'm giving you guys all this new stuff. He signed another 3-year extension to his
If
contract.
you're looking for a wine show, it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, well, I have some wine over here. But I want to share that with you because that's super exciting because it's so cool. I mean, he got a 3-year extension, and he's 24 years old. I mean, come on. That's crazy.
It'll take him to 27.
Yeah, and he could probably retire, you know. I sure the hell would.
Order a lot of wine from you, perhaps.
Yeah, you ain't a kidding. So we're working on going out there on October 29th to a Thursday game.
Good.
Stay for Halloween, which would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then fly out the following day. So I'm working on that detail. We'll let you know. But you're not going to care because it's all about me.
Why don't you take a group of folks with you?
We could. If you lived in LA, because the airfare to Boston from LA was $200.
How do they do that?
Well, you know what I found out is, and this is a tip for those of you flying to other parts of the country from anywhere, the day that you look for fares matters. Tuesday is the premium day to look for fares.
Premium isn't more expensive.
No, cheaper.
Oh,
No, to check the fare. Well, maybe, but I'm just saying that's what I heard.
interesting. I didn't know
I
that.
pay attention to this stuff. All right, so the first wine, now if you look at the label here, that's Orchard Station, and that's their second label. Monndance is the winery. Their second label is the Orchard Station. It's got some history with Santa Rosa, Petaluma, that area.
so is this made for here, this room, because it's a railroad theme, or did he choose?
No,
that?
just the way the cards rolled out. You know.
That's very nice.
Yeah, so we thought it was just a neat little extra, little thing, and it has railroad on here, so that's cool.
I think he's on the right track.
Ooh, yeah. I need a drummer. Wait, I got one right here. I can't reach it. So this is the 2013 Russian River Sauvignon Blanc, stainless steel. I believe he takes a little bit of this, and he puts it in neutral barrel, but very little. But we're learning more, and what we'll do is we're going to have Dave Cohen come in a couple of weeks when I got to get the scheduling for him to get him in, and we're going to go in detail on. He's been making wine for like 23 years, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, we'll tell you a little about his Corvette that he has. It's really cool. He's got a candy apple red Corvette. That's bad. It's bad. I think it's a.
He rides it
Now, see, I'm gonna just. I think it's a '63 Corvette. Now, I could be wrong. The picture will come up on the. See the video over there? You're gonna see that Corvette come up real soon here because I put it on that slide.
Well, eventually we're gonna have to get a slide of that for the show when he's around.
I was gonna do that for today. Oh, that's nice. This is crisp. This is your grapefruit. It's not overly grassy, but you do have some.
It's juicy. It's definitely
it's
juicy.
Yeah.
And it expresses itself way up high, which means it's really out there. So it has enough body to it.
And it's so clean. It's gonna
Really
pair up
refreshing.
really nice with your meal. And I've been emphasizing that lately. You really want to make sure that you're pairing up these wines properly with the right meal.
Yes.
I mean, get out of the box a little bit, you red wine guys. Just like don't freak out.
But this is really by itself a great beverage. I mean, a refreshing
Oh, yeah.
beverage for summer.
Yeah. Now, see, if I didn't have the show, and of course tomorrow I don't have. That's my technical day off. I never really stop working, but I will lounge a bit. And that would have been so cool today when I was out.
That would be in your now newly filled pool.
Yes. And
one of those
I had,
inflatable chairs.
Yeah, I had. Oh, thanks. Have a nice day. Yeah, I had a water instead of wine just because I didn't want to get goofy. Can't be drinking all day and then do this.
Why
It's bad
not?
enough we
Why
just
not?
drink through the
It's
whole
wine
damn
country.
show. It is wine country. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I did go to. I went to Napa last week, and I went to Pine Ridge, my old stopping grounds. It was nice to see those folks. They're making some cool wines over there. That was a neat
They always do.
experience. Yeah, we had a nice time. Tore that up pretty good. Drank everything they had. Yeah, ate all their food.
And they have a cave there, right?
They have a cave, yeah. They didn't have all that open, which was kind of weird. But yeah, they've got a great cave system. Goes back about a quarter of a mile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Monndance.
Monndance, man,
Russian
I'll tell you
River
what,
fruit.
all Russian River fruit, super clean, super clean. Yeah, that baby's gonna pair so nice with all your cool stuff. Or like you say, you're out by the pool, you're outside on the patio, and yeah, you're going for it. Okay, my wife just texted me.
To say she's not watching the show?
No, she was answering a question that I gave her 2 hours ago.
Oh. Well, that's that delay of live TV happening there. I'm sure that's what it is. I don't know what that means.
Well, that's telling me that she's now leaving work and coming because when she's, because she works up in Chalk Hill, and over there the cell signal's kind of in and out.
That's true.
So messages don't happen quickly. So she probably just left and was answering. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. So anyway, none of the people that are watching really care about my ranting about. And speaking of ranting, I'm going to show a video later. Now I'm going to clarify this right now. Don't send me emails. You're being political. No, this is a really, really good. It's like 2-minute video. It's a gal who has her own TV show that she has on, and it's a political show, but she's talking about the Marines that got killed, and she goes off, but in a really clever way, and she's smart, and she's like 22 years old. This gal is smoking. She is going to be, you just watch. You're going to see this girl in big time television real soon. I'm just telling you. But it went viral. The whole, that video you're going to see, it went viral. Like 1 million people saw it like in a nanosecond. It was that good.
So they have to stick around.
Oh yeah. You want to see this, man? This'll. You'll get your American flag out and go hot. Oh no, we're doing it live, baby. We're doing it right on the button. You will dig this. So just trust me. Very, very cool. There's another one that I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I get the Tonight Show version of it. There was a if you have the Tonight Show from last night, if you have it taped, you got to go back and see that. He's a sheriff, and he has a TV show that he does called Crime Stoppers. And he does these videos where he's in the camera and he's going, all right, we've got video of you criminal. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go have a burger over here, and when we catch you, we're going to put you in a little teeny cell, and we're going to stick your food through the little space in the bars. That's what you're going to have for dinner. When we catch you, we're going to catch you. They show video of, like, cameras in the store where they were robbing and all that. He has all these shows that he's done.
I like it.
Hilarious. Oh my. You just go, right on, dude. Run for president, I'd vote for him. So anyway, I'm going to get you that because it was on the Tonight Show. It was hilarious. You just love it. Anyway, that's just me going off.
Well, we expect that from you.
Yes, what the hell. All right, so next on the agenda, Chardonnay.
Nice Sauvignon Blanc.
Very, very nice. This is, again, 2013 Chardonnay All Russian River.
The one question that there was,
It's,
I don't know if you got enough excited here. Is it 100% Sauv Blanc?
yes, 100% Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah, no Semillon or
This style,
water.
This style is indicative of something you find from Marlborough, New Zealand. It's very much in that zone, which makes it unique among many of the Sauvignon Blancs I've had from this area, which I think is very cool because it's a nice alternative. And it definitely goes in, as I mentioned before, it goes in that beverage. And I've got myself a beverage now for summertime, and it plays real well that way.
Now, Chardonnay is a funny wine in that there are typically two camps that people live in. They live in the oaky buttery, and that's where I'm going. And Rombauer, give it to me. I want a big barrel. I want to feel splinters in my lips. I mean, they really heavy duty. And then you got others that are going, don't give me the oaky buttery stuff. Give me the more fresh apple, kind of crisp. This is the clear winner in that category. You want crisp, and you want the fruit right up front, and you don't want to have the hint of oak or butter cream. This is it.
So this is all steel fermented?
All steel fermented. Yeah, this is exactly what you're looking for. And again, treat these Chardonnays in what you're looking for in your meal plan. So I'll give you an example. We went and had that great lobster lunch over at Bonneau Wines. Now, this wouldn't have played if you had your choice. You'd want to lean toward the oaky buttery because the lobster's so rich,
Right.
and they balance each other out. But the cheeses that I had out on the table and the oysters might have lended itself a little more to this. So I'm just saying that you want to pair them up with your meal plan.
So actually what you're saying too then is it's all right to have a couple styles in that kind of an event, a couple styles of Chardonnay,
yeah.
because you have different occasions within the event
Yeah.
that you can try it.
Yeah, I would have liked. This would have worked better with the oysters and the manchego and the Dubliner cheese that I had, and the grapes. That would have been a really, really good pairing. Or if there were spicy foods involved, Thai food, sushi, any of that, then you would have that interaction, and that would work really well. So, retail on this is $25 American. We don't take Chinese money. Well, we do, but we have lots of it apparently. So,
You take Bitcoin.
what kind of cards?
Bitcoins.
Bit?
Bitcoins. It's a little electronic currency.
What's a Bitcoin?
Oh, that's a whole different show.
Yeah,
Oh, you can't
that'll
go
go
there.
into our economics show when we talk about economics. And
Okay, all right. I guess I'm just not that hip. I'm not,
know,
as,
you gotta get
I'm not
with
as
it.
hip as I thought I was. You had a what? You were a statement or what?
Kind of a question. With Chardonnays that are oak, and there's that camp, like you say, and then there's stainless steel. But as part of the Chardonnays, there's also this thing called malolactic conversion. Can a stainless steel Chardonnay go through malolactic conversion?
Oh, that's a great question. So in the camps of the oaky buttery style, and the butter really is coming from that secondary fermentation.
Right.
Can you take a crisp wine like this and
put it through.
put it through malolactic?
Yes, you can intentionally do that. And the cool thing about that is, okay, I've got this, it's somehow coming close to the way it's, the style I've got here is somewhere between a Chardonnay and a Sauvignon Blanc. I want to move it back toward the Chardonnay. I can put a little percentage of the malolactic version of that back into the blend and blend that back, so I bring it back toward the character of the Chardonnay that somebody might expect for a particular use occasion and so forth.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Yeah. And that probably helps the person that's kind of in between. They don't want the oaky buttery, but they don't want it so crisp that they're not getting enough structure,
Right.
and that's going to add structure, and so it fits that. Some of the producers we have here, they only did 80% malolactic. So
Malolactic is actually technically not a fermentation. It's actually,
you're right.
Yeah, so it's actually an enzyme thing going on. But malolactic takes some malic acid, like a green apple, the old green apple taste, and turning it into a creamy red delicious apple kind of, that creamier style. So malic acid becomes lactic acid. So it's got that creaminess to it, the lactic acid. And so that process takes the heavier acids that you experience in Sauvignon Blancs or in wines like this, or meant to be this way, and backs it off, and it becomes instead much more luscious and round, and pushes it in the direction of the butter. Which, if you think about it, what do you do with the lobster? You put butter on it, and that really goes well with it.
Yeah.
So why not a Chardonnay that is a buttery Chardonnay with a lobster? And that's kind of what you were saying earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So it totally makes sense when you think about it that way.
yeah. So
That was Brian Morrell asked that
Yeah.
question. And this time, unlike on some computer asking the question, he's standing here in front of us.
and that's amazing,
Just on this side of the camera.
and that's good. We're live, folks. We are definitely live. All right, so the two white wines, again, they fall under the Orchard Station label, which is really cool. The other thing is they've gotten great reviews on these wines. They've won gold medals all over the place, and best of class. I mean, that's real solid. So far, in the tasting room, the guests are really digging it, and we're
Very
just
much,
rolling
yeah.
it out. We're not, we don't pull favorites here at all. We run it straight across the board. I really do, but so we let the customer decide, and they're happy, very happy with that. So yeah, liking that a whole lot.
And I really like, too bad we can't get a close-up, but I really like the label of the Orchard Station.
Yeah, Brian, can you get up on that label?
Can you push in on that?
It's on the top there.
So this is, to me,
it's on the top.
it's a very distinctive label on
Pretty
the
fast.
shelf. I watch people, when you first put it on the shelf, not even knowing what it was, go up and start looking at it among all the bottles on the shelf.
At the very top of the cylinder.
Going for a close-up now on that bottle.
Yeah, right there. How'd that work? We got 2 cameramen. We got 4. Look out!
There we go. Now we got it.
Got fired.
That's unbelievable.
That's okay. We'll talk about the union later.
I know. And notice how steady my hand is. Is that incredible?
So that is really interesting, because for here, with so many folks coming into town and wanting to take something home, What a great souvenir of Railroad Square.
Yeah,
A bottle like
true.
that. And then the reality is it's not a gimmick wine, it's a real wine too to enjoy. So,
Which is nice.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Yeah, no, it's legit, and they're digging it. I'm just telling you. Now they also have made Zinfandel from Rockpile, but that's pretty much sold out, so we don't have that. They made our Merlot too, and that's sold out. But we'll get the next vintage
Are
ones. they
those
get in.
orchard
No,
Station?
all the reds are done under the Monndance.
Okay.
Which, speaking of that, we'll roll right into that. So this is their Pinot Noir 2013. It's a reserve Pinot, Russian River fruit. I'm telling you, everybody that's had this really digs it. It's selling well. They're liking it. It is a great representation of Russian River. It's got a beautiful, beautiful, pretty nose. I mean, it's just. And one of the things that we'll do, we'll do it next week. Even if, we'll do it next week, and then we'll bring Dave in the week after. We're going to do a side-by-side tasting using a Pinot Noir glass compared to these, and show our guests here. And what you can do is you can do it at home along with us, which would be kind of fun. If you've got a good Pinot glass and a regular glass.
And by the way, you can start with something that is not necessarily even a wine glass. You can take a small juice glass or something, because it's more about the shape in the end than it is about anything else. So that experiment would be different for each one of you, depending on what you have in your cabinet.
Yeah, it's remarkable. I got some samples of glasses in, and we haven't been using Pinot glasses in the tasting room because we had a problem with them last year, and they were breaking in the dishwasher, and it was a bad batch, and I just got fed up, and I said, enough already. We're going to this. We're going to use these and be done with it.
And these are working fine, right?
Oh, they work beautiful. They don't break at all. Yeah. Well, thank you, Brian. There's a dramatic difference in these two wines, in the nose and in the flavor, and it's all about the bowl. It's all about the shape of the glass. So we'll do a demo next week, and we'll show the folks how that's done.
Oh, that's great.
And it's a neat one you can do at home, and it's remarkable. When you taste that, it's phenomenal. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, I know there was one other thing. I forgot. Shout out to Brad Harder. Brad came and visited and went to the wine event, but we had dinner at our house.
Kind of a pre-party thing going on.
And we tasted, and this is important for all of you that are wine club members or you buy wine. It's really important for you to take advantage and buy these wines and stash some of them aside. We tasted the Hyde Vineyard 05, 6, and 7 in a vertical, and that was the ultimate experience. I'm just telling you, there's nothing better than doing that, and we did it in the beginning of the meal,
right?
So we could really see how it, worked, and we were able to identify the strengths and weakness of each of the vintages based on the weather and soil, but from the same wine, same location.
And each one of the wines, while their strengths and weaknesses, each one of them had a character that was complex, not over the hill at all, really speaking a different language from 05 to 06 to 07. So that the experience of the 06, which I know you liked a lot.
Oh, I love the 6, man. I'm just digging the 6. Because the 6 was sexy. It was sexy, man. It was sexy. It was like, yeah, it was sexy. Clean.
And across the board, and you talked about 4. So the last one was a Bonneau Epos.
Yeah, which is a Bordeaux blend out of Napa, 05.
An 05 on that too.
I gotta say, both 05s were pretty damn good.
The 05s were amazing.
They were really nice. The 7 was all wound up. And so Kevin, my son, put the cork back down, and he shook it like it was a soda pop, or like.
Which is not unlike decanting. The difference being, if you have an older wine, in his particular situation, if you decant too much, you're going to lose a lot of the character that is there.
Yeah.
So
You
what
want
he's
them to
simply
stay
trying
in
to
there.
do is trying to wake it up. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
It-
when I tasted it when it was still wound up, I said it actually needs more time. Now, it could be more time in the bottle because it's not expressing the way it should, but it also could just mean more time open on the counter. But and Kevin being impatient enough to want to get to it right away.
Boy, did you nail that.
Decided I'll take care of that right now.
So, a little clarification. So, older wine, it's tasty enough because it's tight and it's wound up. You want to shake it in the bottle, or you want
Some
to
folks believe in that.
oxygenate?
Well, you're oxygenating by.
No, but you're only getting a little bit of
Yeah, right. Which you're.
Yeah.
So you're limiting the oxygen.
Yeah, you want to limit that because if you do too much with the oxygen, the fruit's going to go away if it's a much
It's like you're
older
aging
wine.
a lot
Now
longer.
these are not that old. 7 is I wouldn't consider that old. But let's say, well, Kevin and I had a 1991 Monte Rosso Vineyard cab that was 50-50 Sonoma Napa, which was by really cool. 1991. And we didn't decant that. We just swirled it in our glass. After about 15, 20 minutes, that sucker opened up, and it was wow. And the coolest part of doing that, the rest of the people at the party went outside. And I looked at Kevin, and he looked at me, and I go, they're not coming in to drink this.
Right.
They've ignored this completely. And I said, well, then fill it up, man. Let's go. And we killed it.
And talking to the point that Heidi Barrett makes regarding decanting versus letting it kind of in your glass go through its steps, that's a better way to understand this personality, what's happening here, because over time that will happen in the bottle. And so she's saying, why not experience it now and a little bit and a little bit again in the glass, rather than just taking care of it all in a decanter and pouring it out and saying, there, we did it.
Yeah,
We got
much,
to-
much,
we got
much,
to the
much
other
better.
end.
Kevin actually wanted me to put it in a decanter, and I thought of Heidi when he said that. I go, no, leave it in the let's leave it in the glass. Let's let it happen nice and slowly.
Right.
So did anybody try the? You guys tried the Pinot over there? You guys drank the
The Pinot
Pinot?
Noir,
Did you guys try the Pinot? Yeah.
the new one.
Did you like that? What do you think? You like that? Yeah. That's the good stuff.
Thumbs up on that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So nice Pinot. You like that? Let's hear it for Pinot. All right. Good. Yeah. We'll bring David back in here. We're gonna have David come in, and you guys can,
That's the winemaker.
really get into the detail
I'm Dave
of what he
too.
does. That's the wrong David, but there'll be 2 Daves in one
I'm
show.
Dave 2, and he's 1 or 3.
Now, let me.
You're gonna bring a band with it.
Well, it could be. I get the right thing. What? No, but maybe the Corvette. We'll put
park
the
it right
Corvette
here.
right there.
That'd be a nice backshot.
It'd be a really, or what we could do is we could park it here and do the show in the Corvette.
I like it.
That would be real.
I don't think there's any rules in the books about doing a show from a car, right here.
No, they can kiss my. Wait till you see the video. You'll get that. That's coming in the video. So if you just hit the pad, because that needs to, let me put up the Wednesday video, not video, the Wednesday picture. Anna Troy. On Wednesday, we're going to have live music here, 6 till 8:30. Anna Troy is coming in the house. You're going to love this gal. She can sing.
What kind of music?
And pop music.
Okay.
Yeah, it does a bunch of pop. Then on Thursday we've got Craig Corona in the house. You got to see Craig. If you haven't seen him, man, you're missing it. Then on Friday, you got the Reverend John Pita in the house on Friday.
And that's again at 8, or is that 7?
No, that's 7:30 to 10:30 on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, Ricky Allen Ray in the house. Ricky Ray in the house. So you've got 4 nights of music, so don't complain. I've had more people come in here on the off music nights going, I want some live music. So my musicians out there in the stratosphere, you gotta give me a call and see if we can, I need to book more of these. They're really looking for it, man. It's just, wow.
I think it's great.
But it's, you'll dig it. It's Anna Troy's awesome. She's really killer. Great music, you're gonna love her a lot. All right, okay. Now this is a wine, you're gonna dig this. There's a lot to talk about here. It's 2013 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 100% barrel fermentation. Explain the difference between that and a typical wine.
Well, the more you use barrels, whether it's for fermentation or aging, the more you're gonna get barrel character. And barrel character isn't always about the wood; it's also about the feel of the wine. And as you, whether, for instance, they talk about neutral oak when they're doing the aging and so forth. That's because they're looking more for the mouthfeel to change, and less about putting the oak, the sugars from the oak into the wine. So when you do fermentation in a barrel, you've taken a higher road because it's more costly, because you only put a little bit in each bunch of barrels versus one big tank, and it also gives you control to adjust individual batches and be able to work with those separately from a huge tank of wine. So there's a lot of reasons why it makes sense. There's also a lot of reasons why a lot of winemakers don't do it because of the cost factor. So, and it's more labor as well, more labor intensive too.
Well, this aged 14 months in French oak, about a third of that new oak. But then they did a little extra thing. Talk about the
Before you go there, though, I think there's still a little confusion because you hear a lot about fermentation, stainless steel, white wines like Chardonnay, and then oak fermentation like Chardonnay. But then it's usually kind of a given that they're saying that the red wines are fermented in stainless steel and then aged in oak. And so there's kind of a not as common to actually ferment in oak and then age in oak.
Okay, so
Is that not true?
right. So what Brian was saying, in case you didn't hear him, most of the time you're fermenting first in the stainless steel and then transferring it into oak. In this example, you're doing your pump overs, but then you're transferring that into the oak barrel, and that's when you do your first fermentation.
Right, exactly.
And that's unusual.
Well, it's a higher road to take. Ultimately, it gives you more opportunity to make a better wine because of the way it breaks apart the batches and so forth. And quite honestly,
Let me see that bottle.
some of the best wines are done that way. They're always in oak. They're never touching steel at all. There's wines that are entirely done in steel all the way through the process with no barrel aging whatsoever. And you have the combination of the two. So it's a higher road to take. So you were mentioning something about
There was another process that he goes through after that.
Actually, it's before.
Or was it before? Okay, so
Yeah. So there.
I saw a diagram. This is new information to me. I saw a diagram today, and I was very scientific of the way.
Well, you can do it anytime you want to do it, but the idea is the concept we're talking about is something called flash détente. Détente meaning kind of like instantaneously. Let's just make that right now, and it's a process that he's using to immediately soften the wine as opposed to letting harsh tannins get in the mix. And so typically the process is done early on. There's something called cold soak, which is used a lot to soften the tannins, because in a cold soaking situation, you're holding back the fermentation so that during the soaking process, you're allowing it to be in contact with all the elements of the grapes. but you're not starting the fermentation, which really gets at bringing out of the seeds and so forth the harsher tannins. So it gives you a chance to soften things. Well, there's another way to do that. It's called flash détente. The flash détente instead is this instantaneous process. So instead of taking 3 or 4 days sitting in a cold tank and cold soaking and so forth, the grapes come in before you got to stop that fermentation, hold it off for a second. I got to do this cold soak. You do flash détente, which means let me just get this done with now. So there's a much more costly process where, in a sense, they're zapping the wine. They're making the wine immediately softer all together as a, can I use the word concoction in the winemaking process? Why not?
Yeah, I guess.
In this concoction that's here, you now have you've replaced the cold soak. And it's all about the tannins. It's all about how you want to make sure the tannins are working to your favor in the end product. And then you allow the whole process of fermentation to go through its process and so forth. But you're starting with a better batch that goes in. So flash détente is this process that is pretty much not done out here too much.
No, not a whole lot, because it's not cheap.
They've done some experimentation at UC Davis and across the globe actually, and it's used in France and wherever. And actually, I think it started in France. And it's just one of those things where it's not on the radar of a lot of the winemakers, and there's pros and cons as to why this one would be better than the other. And in a sense, if you think about it, I'm a guy I'm up in the middle of the night getting the grapes out of the field, it's late. I'm going to come in here, they're already cold, right? And if I just leave them alone in this floating cold soak, I've done the process. No, I want to work harder. I want to go over here and do this lactic contact. I want to get busier. So a lot of guys say, you know what, I'm just going to do that cold soak. He, on the other hand, I see him trying to be further innovative and so forth, take that high road. I'm going to do something totally different with a cool process called flash détente, and we're going to taste the results here.
And the result is this wine acts like a wine that's been in the bottle for a long time, a lot longer than 2013 or 14 or whatever, when it went in the bottle. So what's happening is the tannins are really soft now.
Really soft, right?
Yeah, and that's an experience you would have gotten years down the road. You're getting it right now, which is really cool because it does two things. One, it satisfies the California American scenario of I want it now, drink it now. I don't want to wait. I don't want to be, those guys. It's not like European wines where you're going to sit on it for a long time. You can drink it now, right out of the gate, bam, we're rocking. However, as you age that's going to get prettier and prettier.
Right, you're not losing any of the age worthiness at all.
Yeah, you're just not getting this major,
that mouth
bite in your tannins where you're going, well, I like it now, but boy, I'm going to like it a lot better 5 years from now. You're going, I like it now, and I definitely like it better 5 years from now. So that's
That brings to mind two questions.
You have
all
two
right.
questions.
So Brian has two questions. All right.
I have two questions.
Okay. All right.
Number one.
All right. Number one.
So a lot of the winemakers now are engineering their wines to be totally consumable and drinkable now. And they're doing that through many processes. But historically what they're saying is that they're making them drinkable because they're also reducing the alcohol content in the wine. And so they're not having to fight with the alcohol and the acids that's in the wine, so therefore they engineer, however that may be. Is that happening here? And then the other thing is...
I think you just took over our show.
No, what's interesting is...
Then the second part of that question is...
It's a two-part question.
What is going to happen? You said it's going to age and age well. So what's going to happen as it ages well?
Okay, watch that.
What are we going to expect from that?
Okay.
I was just watching you.
That's
almost
like-
knock that camera over.
He's from... Yeah.
He's gesturing.
Yeah. You must be from the New York Times. I love that. A political question. Yeah, it wasn't like a simple question. He had like a question with a question inside
Could
of
you
a
repeat
question.
the question? No.
Well, we have to, because I don't, as much as your voice carries.
I'm sure it got recorded.
I would imagine that they
He was
heard.
trying to do that.
It was damn close.
In simple terms, I think you're wondering what are the dynamics that are going on here. We've got acid, we've got tannins, and you're talking about age-worthiness. How is this going to age over time? Is that part of the question?
Second part, yeah.
Remind me
the
of
first part. All right. So on the first, really on the first part of that, a lot of wineries are trying to make wines that are approachable and able to drink right now.
So are they giving up age-worthiness?
In a lot of them, they are giving up the age-worthiness because of what they're doing. However, in this scenario, you're starting out with premium juice, you're putting it in premium barrels, and you're aging it for a reasonable length of time, 14 months. So in my opinion, you're not giving up any of that. But with this flash détente, what you're doing is you're able to show that wine a lot earlier with a much softer result and making the wine more approachable. I mean, 2013, this thing should be a tannic monster. It should have knocked your teeth out.
Seriously,
right?
He's sourcing it from Napa. It's Napa Valley Cabernet.
St. Helena.
So we're talking about something that you would need to definitely decant.
Oh,
and
hell
this is
yeah.
straight out of the bottle.
Right out of the bottle. I'm
Drinkable out of the bottle.
not doing anything. Yeah.
It's a very pretty one.
Yeah, we're going to. Why? You got people asking or what? Okay. All right. Well, let's do that. You're curious. Okay. All right. Let me set this up. Let me set it up first. And it's all the way to the right. Andrew, you see it? Okay. All right. So I saw this has been on YouTube. It's been everywhere. It's been all over the news. And she's giving a commentary about the Marines that were killed a week and a half ago. Okay. She has a show, and she ends her show with a commentary, and she just went off, but she went off in a really elegant way, in a really cool way, and it makes you feel proud to be an American when it's all said and done. That's the bottom line, and we need more people like that to be able to say it the way it really is, because she didn't miss a freaking beat. Put those headphones on and listen to that. You won't believe what you're about to see. Her name is Tommy. You gotta love it. Just see it. Take it right there.
Welcome back for some quick final thoughts tonight. Now, this won't take long, but it's important. 4 United States Marines are now dead. Climate change didn't kill them. Lack of free community college didn't kill them. The income gap, wage inequality, nope, not those things either. Gay marriage, nope. Oh, white racism, not that either. So what did? President Obama, if you won't say it, I will. Radical Islam. This is not workplace violence. This is not a criminal act with motives unknown. This is terrorism. The suspected shooter, Mohammed Abdulaziz, a devout Muslim. Do I care that he seemed like an all-American young man? Do I care that he was good at mixed martial arts or a smart, quiet guy? Do I care that his high school friends wouldn't classify him as overly religious? No, I don't give a flying you-know-what about any of that. Was he linked to ISIS or Al-Qaeda or Hamas or any of the other 15-plus offshoot terrorist groups? Does it matter? I'm sorry, but radical Islam is becoming the rule, not the exception. Yesterday's moderate is today's terrorist. I care that this SOB killed 4 of our United States Marines, and I care that our commander-in-chief is more concerned with Muslim sensitivity than the honor and sacrifice made by these Marines. Now, this is the 21st time our military men and women have been attacked here at home. This is not a Middle East problem. This is an American problem, and I'm sorry, but I can't sit here and let this go. Not anymore. I come from a family of Marines. My grandpa was a World War II paratrooper. My uncle, a Vietnam Purple Heart recipient. My cousins, both Marine Corps officers. I have some very close Navy SEAL connections as well. In fact, someone very close to my heart is deployed to the Middle East right now. But the sad thing is, I was telling him last night, I think you're safer over there than you would be right here in the United States of America. I've had it with this failed strategy, this halfway, half-baked, tiptoe, be friendly to jihadis mentality pushed by this administration. Be a leader, someone. They, the radical Islamists, have brought the fight right here to the red, white, and blue, and it's about time we bring it to them, full force. Let's show them what the United States of America looks like up close and personal. Show them what a B-1 bomber looks like flying overhead. Show them what they're messing with. Put the fear of God in their desert, because clearly our lack of strategy isn't working. But with that, thanks for getting on point with me tonight. Let's talk on Twitter and Instagram at Tommy Lahren. Use the hashtag AmericaOnPoint. Have a great weekend. God bless you, and God bless America. Take care.
All right, so is that a great American? I mean, just telling you that, right? I mean, come on.
Is it this?
Yeah, it's the wrong side. Yeah. Yeah, right? I mean, she's
candy. Sorry.
You can't not like this girl. This girl is so amazing. 22 years old. You know what she did? She told it the way it was, man. And you know what? In our country right now, we need more patriots like that, saying it just the way it is. Don't pussyfoot around with it, okay?
Are you voting for Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, Trump's stirring it up, but you know what? He's not too far off the mark. I mean, he's pretty damn smart. I mean, come on.
Whatever.
I
love politics.
Well, you know what?
That was good.
That was American all day long, and I'm just telling you, I loved it. I just couldn't. I had to show that to you. It's very cool. All right, so we're gonna bring Al Kaplan.
Al Kaplan.
Get Al some dice. Give him
need
some
some
dice,
dice
man.
now.
Give him some dice.
We're going to be choosing what? What are we choosing?
Our last wine, we're gonna choose by the dice.
From all of the wines up here?
What he can't? What?
It went on
Did
the
you give him
floor.
instructions?
He dropped the dice.
Oh.
What the heck?
He's setting it up now. Watch. I don't. Oh, I thought maybe he's good. All right, here's a table right here. I'll cover the. Oh. He did the bounce thing, you know, at the end of the. Eight.
There isn't an 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Andrew's going, hell yeah.
There's no
an
8, baby. There is an 8. What's it
There's
called?
an 8.
It's a Bono.
No, it's a Bono. It's a Malbec. Is it Malbec?
Malbec.
Hell yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. What's
A
wrong with that?
Standing great, the Malbec.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now he wants to be paid.
Well, he gets to keep the dice, right?
He's in a union. That's the
He is
he's in
probably,
a union.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's an
probably in a
actor.
union. All right. Malbec was the wine that Al rolled the dice for. Number 8. Gotta like that. That was awesome. This is a blend of. Oh no, it's all Malbec from Sonoma Valley. 22 months French oak. It's all Sonoma Valley fruit, right below the Monte Rosso vineyard that I talked about earlier. Right below that is the Ty Caton vineyard, and it's really, really cool. It's a great vineyard. God, it's really cool. I've been to a lot of cool places. That's one of the cool places.
What's the vintage on this?
2012. You taking it to a tasting? Is that why you bought that bottle? So I should have charged you more. It's a corporate thing.
You're going to come in a big bucks and buy all you got.
Man, when I go out in the valley, I talk about this every week, but I'm going to tell you, I go on my day off. I typically go and visit wineries.
It doesn't sound like a day off, but maybe it is.
I'm a wine junkie. I'm like I'm an addict. Okay,
I
I'm
understand.
a wine junkie addict. And I look for rosés right out of the gate because I love rosés. But I also look for Cabernet Franc, Malbec. Love the grapes, love them, love them. You have to really screw it up for me not liking your Malbec. I'm just telling you. You have to really be a moron to make a bad Malbec, and shame on you. In this county, with the amount of fruit that's available and the quality, and you make a crappy Malbec, shame on you, man. I don't want to hear a damn thing about that.
And I just want to say that you cannot spell Malbec without L. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Can't spell Malbec without. Wow. did you go through the drug testing phase of this yet?
Is that a union thing?
Yeah.
Are we making a union thing again? Because I have a
think I'm
union
gonna have to
steward
do
who
it.
will fight
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna have to.
He's going to fight that.
I'm gonna
I
have
made
to do it.
25 cents and the union owes me that.
Yeah, yeah. That's amazing. First of all, that's a beautiful Malbec.
It is.
And I am digging Malbec.
So many Malbecs are either really wimpy, like that's a wine, that's a Malbec. But a lot of them are really heavy and like brooding, really brooding. This one is pretty. I mean, it's pretty on the nose. It has nice fruit. Quite nice. It goes on and on.
Well, you know, when I worked at Pine Ridge, they made a wine called the Onyx, and it was a Malbec with Tannat.
Tannat.
So here you took a pretty big wine and you added an inky wine to it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what,
Tannat is a really
is a
black wine that is.
Well, the pulp is black.
Well, it's tannin. Yeah. Well,
The pulp is black. Well, the pulp is not normally black. It's black.
Yeah.
The
No,
pulp is-
most grapes have the clear juice inside.
All of them do.
But this is, well,
Tannat and maybe a couple others.
there's
Maybe
a handful. It's a handful. They have a French term for it called teinturier. Teinturier. Those are the ones.
Really?
Yes. They have
No
a French
way.
term.
No way.
Like I know like a few words in French. I know Chevrolet Coupe. I know garage, and I know teinturier.
Chevrolet Coupe. I don't get that.
Is that French?
Is that one that's like 2 doors and has those side bars in the window?
Exactly. That's my French. So there is a name for that. We hardly ever use it.
Security, get this guy out of here. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. All right. Okay.
Okay, you're down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, right? Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, 2 minutes left.
Wow. Well, not
that's
a bad
fun.
way to bad way to finish.
No.
Because I sure like Malbec. You're not hurting me at all by having that.
Right.
So let me give you the recap of what we had earlier. We had the all 2013 vintage Russian River Sauvignon Blanc, their Russian River Chardonnay, both under the Orchard Station Wineries label, which is really cool. And then Russian River Pinot.
Nice.
Nice. Great reviews on the Pinot. They're digging it. We're going to come back and hit these again too. And the Napa Valley Cab with an unusual,
So soft.
very soft
Right.
wine.
Right.
Very
pleasant.
very soft. And so we'll have Dave Cohen in the house in a couple of weeks. I'll schedule that. We'll let you know in advance. For those of you that have at home, if you've got a regular glass or smaller glass and you have a bigger bowl glass, I want you to get those out, and I want you to taste along with us. And next week we're going to taste a couple wines side by side, larger format glass and a regular glass.
And I would like to add, if we can, a
Yeah.
Dixie cup.
Okay.
Dixie cup.
And a Dixie cup.
All right. Any kind of glass shape like that, a juice glass, whatever.
A juice
But
glass?
for in here, we could just get little paper cups.
Okay.
Because that goes this way instead of closing back on itself.
Okay.
And that's a starting point.
And that's what this is all about. We're here to educate you and make you smarter than you ever were in the world and everything else. But here's the bottom line. We are thrilled that all of you, and we want to thank all of you guys for tasting the wines and buying wine. That's what it's all about. I want to thank Brian Morrell for stepping in, and for Dave Batt for stepping in earlier, and Andrew backing up everybody and pouring for stuff. And thank God for giving me this hot, beautiful day at 96 degrees, because that's what I wanted. I was looking for heat. Okay? And this is where you discover wine one sip at a time. We'll see you next week. Bye for now, everybody.